What the heck?
What a terrible way to...
Hello, and welcome to Sir Jaxxy Gaming. You're watching Thrilo, the show that looks out for your gaming wallet. And today, we are taking a look at the latest in the Sherlock Holmes series, Crimes and Punishment. This title just launched today, September 30th, though there's a little caveat. Steam does say that was released on September 29th. Don't know why. As far as I know, I wasn't able to take in. I was actually under embargo for this title until September 30th, the release date. So, just a little side note there. This title actually was provided to me as a review copy from my friends over at Evolve PR. I do appreciate them taking and supplying this for me to take a look at for you. Now, Crimes and Punishment is developed by Frogwares, and they're the developers who have pretty much made most of the Sherlock Holmes titles, maybe even all of them. Not sure. There were some titles back before they started, so not quite all of them. But anyway, and it is published by Focus Home Interactive, who is actually one of my favorite publishers. They have a very large and diverse catalog of games that they publish. Now, Crimes and Punishment, before we get started here, I just wanted to note, actually makes a pretty big leap within the Sherlock Holmes series, in that the guys over at Frogwares decided that instead of putting it onto their in-house engine that they've used for their previous titles, that they were actually going to go and use the Epic Unreal Engine 3. Now, what this does, according to them, is that it actually enables them to take and give a much richer and more immersive and detailed rendering, not only of the environment, but also of the characters. And on top of that, in my opinion, more importantly, takes and allows them to take and offer more game mechanics as far as their investigation style and what you can do within the game. So, if that's all the case, I'm looking forward to trying this game out. So let's go ahead and start by taking a look at the options. I have not played this game yet. I have messed around a little bit with the options already, but other than that, I have not gone past this little screen with Sherlock smoking his pipe. Now, as you can see, there is a multitude of resolutions you could choose from. However, the highest, and I don't know if this is just locked to 1920 by 1080 being the highest, because that's the highest resolution my card can do, or not. You can do full screen on or off. We're going to leave it on, of course. You can put VSync on or off. I'm going to leave it off because I find that tends to cause some issues when I'm recording lately. You can put your shadows on low or high. You can put post-process on high, medium, or low. You can set your gamma. You can change your texture qualities from high to low, detail qualities from high to low, and anti-aliasing from high, medium, or low. I'm actually not sure. I wish they would take and tell what this was for anti-aliasing. I also would like to see, some tool tips here explaining what each of these do. For those of us who have played games forever, it seems pretty basic and self-explanatory. But for new people just starting, they don't know. If this is somebody's first game, they don't know what post-process is. They don't know whether they should have it on high or medium or where they should put it. So, that's pretty interesting. That's something that I think all games should have, is some tool tips in their options. We're actually going to leave the anti-aliasing and switch it down to medium, see if that helps with my frame rates any. It may or may not, I don't know, we'll see. So we'll go back. We have audio. I'm very impressed that they have sliders for their audio. Everything defaults to 50 on this. I've turned the voice up to 100. My music I turned down, of course. Also the effects volume and the ambient volume. These are really could get quite loud. I mean, if I turn that to 100, you can hear the difference in the rain there. So I'm going to turn that back down to about 25. Same with the ambient volume. There's really no ambient volume right now. See, to me, I would think that the rain would be more ambient volume than effects volume, but whatever. Okay, now we have our gameplay options. Mouse sensitivity, and I'm assuming you can play this with a controller because they give left stick sensitivity and right stick sensitivity. You can invert your Y and X axis, and you can turn subtitles on or off. As always, I'm going to leave them on. It just helps with my videos for those who are hearing impaired or those who have trouble hearing the video over my commentary. And then they have a nice little how to play, I don't know what you would call this, template, I guess. And actually shows, you know, WSDs are moving, you shift to run, tab opens a casebook, T launches Sherlock's talents, F launches imagination, R is first to third person view, B opens deduction space, Q switches characters, F1 is help, cap locks is run or walk. And then your mouse wheel selects your actions and left clicking performs the actions. Now, the interesting thing is you can't take and assign your keys. I'm a little disappointed about that. I would like to be able to actually, you know, assign my keys to what I want to do. This is pretty intuitive, but it's not exactly the way I would do it. Okay, so I think that covers the options. One of the interesting things, though, that I did want to point out is they do take and advertise some of their own games here in the Play More. If you click on that, it actually takes you over and it shows you some of their games. If you click Play Now, it will actually bring up the Steam overlay and take you to the Steam store page for these games. As you can see, they did the Testament of Sherlock Holmes, which is the one that came out before Crimes and Punishment. They also took and made Mega Runner Dark Pulse, and that's a game I need to take a look at too. I've heard it's pretty good. So, let's start a new game and see what this is all about since I've been rambling on.
Holmes.
Okay. What am I doing? Take cover.
Holmes, will you stop that?
Okay, take cover at the table. I'm assuming we're playing Watson right now.
You are utterly mad. Stop, Holmes.
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded? Oh, you...
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone, then.
Okay, press tab to open the casebook to check your current progress in the investigation, blah, blah, blah. Tab. Okay. So we got evidence, profile of the victim. Is that the only evidence we have? Yes. What's this? Task. Investigate the murder of Peter Carey. Inspect the crime scene at Woodman's Lee. Select a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe and join Lestrade at Woodman's Lee. Okay. Fate of Black Peter, Inspector Lestrade. So that's our task. And this is our map. That's the evidence. That's documents. That's dialogue. Wow, they got everything here. That's souvenirs, echoes, and character portraits. Will be met in current case. Okay. So I guess that's all we need to do. I wish we could click on quit rather than actually having to push escape, but okay. So we need to figure out getting dressed, I guess. Well, we could talk to Watson. Is that F? Imagination helps you to visualize objects and events useful in limited situations. Okay, that's not F.
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Left click. Okay, so we left click when stuff like that comes up. Anything we need to look at here? No, I don't look at. Okay, should we apologize to the housekeeper?
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
I guess we can't take and apologize to the housekeeper. So, where do we find our clothes? Not in there, apparently. Door. Let's open the door. No, we don't want to go there. Okay, so that's the door out. Where does this door go? That's Watson's room. Oh, where the hell's my room? This must be my room. Oh, wait. Whoa. Bookcase. Encyclopedia.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Okay. I guess that tells me some things. Okay. Hoping this is my room. Looks like my room. Good. Makeup table. No, I don't need makeup. I need a suit. Wardrobe. Here we go. So. Don't want a morning gown. Sailor outfit. Unbuttoned suit. Well, you know what? Since he was supposedly a sailor, can go wear my sailor suit, I think. I have quite a few suits. Wow. Oh, I like the light suit. That's cool. Bandit outfit. I wish there was a pull-down tab or something. Okay, so that's the end of that. So we're going to select the sailor one. Don't know what the lock is. Exit. Some makeup options or the costume you have currently equipped are not available at the moment. Will be reset to the default. Please solve this crime case to unlock more disguise options. Ah, that's what the lock was for. Great. So, right now is the brown suit the only one we have available to us? Casual suit. Black suit. Brown suit. Green. Gray. White. Bandit outfit? No. I'm assuming we get the bandit outfits and the things like the farmer outfit and the sailor outfit after we solve murders of, like, the sailor. I'd like to be able to wear the unbuttoned suit, but that ain't gonna happen. So let's go with the light one. I like that one. Okay, we'll go with the light one. And B goes to the makeup table. Do we need makeup? How do we do makeup? Hair and hat. Most of these are lost. That hat's not. So we got one hat we can wear. So let's wear that. No. Can we wear this hat? No. Okay, we'll wear this hat. Do we want glasses? Nope, they're locked. And they're locked. Okay, so glasses are locked. Do we want facial hair? Well, they're locked too, it looks like. Yeah. Facial hair is all locked. So we'll just go back to 0. Okay. That's that. So we got a cool looking top hat. Anything else we need in here? Nope. Okay. So let's head off to see this dude.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
So we want to go to Woodman's Lee. So far, I have to say I do like the graphics. Now, I admit I have not taken and played of the other Sherlock Holmes. I do have the last one, Testament of Sherlock Holmes, I think it's called. And I may play that one just to see the comparisons. I may do a 3-low on that one. But I do like the graphics. I don't like having to hit this continue button every time it's done loading and then it loads more.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Okay, so we gotta go over there. T. Concentrate your attention on finding details that others are inclined to overlook. Footprints. Okay, examine
These
the...
footprints appear to be quite large.
Okay, so that should have went in my book, I hope. Anything else I need to look at? Ah, examine the garden.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Okay, that was added to my thing too. Okay.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, anything unusual that night when... Oh, here we go, we get to ask.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Okay.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Okay.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Okay, so he drank a lot.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. We lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Okay.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Okay, so he liked the garden and he liked to drink. What are we looking for? I don't get it. D forward, A backward. Well, let's go forward. Ah, we're looking at different things. Cameo. Catholic Rosary. Crested tit. What the heck is a crested tit? Must be a bird. Gardening gloves. Portrait complete. Cool. Everything will become easier.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Ah, interesting. Whoa, what are we doing?
Never mind.
Whoa, what was supposed to happen?
You have indeed suffered a great loss.
Yes.
He was different, wasn't he, when you
What was
first
I
met
supposed
him
to
upon
do?
your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
I don't get it. What?
Never mind.
Ah! Okay, this is irritating because I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Be the crested tit, probably. But what am I supposed to... This is frustrating.
Thank you, madam.
Right. Talk to her again, see what happens.
You have indeed.
Yes.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Ah! I don't understand. Okay, let's try this again.
You have indeed suffered a great loss.
Yes.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
T. F.
Never mind.
I said I could try with saying the F key.
You have in... He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
F? No. T. B.
Never mind.
Okay, never mind. We're going to go out of here. I'm
Thank you,
not
madam.
sure. Maybe I need to look at my thingy here. No, that just gives me a character portrait. Country somewhere near the ancient pine woods of something in Scotland where the crested titbird can be found. She is religious and undertook a St. James Way pilgrimage to the cathedral of something when she was a young woman. Okay, that didn't help me any. So we completed this. We gotta inspect the crime scene still. It's an easy life due to her unhappy marriage with Peter. She is very religious, Christian, Catholic woman. Okay. In the garden, yes. Large footprints. There are untied footprints left recently on a patch of wet earth at Woodsman Lee. They may have been left by the murderer. Perhaps I could find a pair of boots that would match them. Okay. Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter. Yeah. Okay, so that wasn't very helpful. No documents, dialogues. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do there. Okay. Why does it keep telling me to hit tab? Well, I guess we're gonna go down here. Whoa. What was I supposed to examine? That it popped up to examine something. There. Oh, it's the garden. Okay. I've already examined the garden. He doesn't do anything. Oh well. Hopefully they'll have something here that tells me how to use these things.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
So I guess we gotta go in the cabin.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Okay, interesting. So I guess we gotta go look at the lock. It says use T. Or scratches. Ah.
These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Huh. Interesting. What the heck?
What a terrible way to die.
Oh man, that sucks. Okay, I don't know what we're supposed to be doing with this tea. Oh, there's a shelf. Okay. Suspiciously emptied.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here.
Yep.
It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, interesting. So, escape out. Let's look at my clues. A clue! Okay, outlined in the dust. One of the carry shelves looks as if something had been recently removed. Okay. And if we do the F1, so T is the Sherlock talent, and F is imagination. Okay. And B is deduction space, whatever that is. Tried that, but nothing happens. Okay, let's examine those.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Okay, I kind of knew that. Object of interest. No. What about? We'll open this then. Okay, so the boots.
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8.
I don't think that's big enough.
Old navigation instruments. Nothing interesting.
Is there anything else in here I needed? Wish I could move the hat to see what was under it. Oh well. Examine the harpoons.
For hunting whales.
Well, yeah.
Harpoons for
Let's look at the table. Tobacco pouch. Ooh.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Peter Carey.
The initials PC have been crudely burned.
Open it? Yep.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
What? Rotate and move the elements to form a clear picture of aromatic associations. Okay. Move. Okay, that didn't work well. I need to... This is really interesting, but... I don't understand... There, that's how I move them. I can only move them up or down, though. Interesting. Is there anything else I can move? Still the smoking pipe. Tobacco leaf. Move that out there. Smoking pipe. I can only move up and down. Ugh, I don't get it. I can move the tobacco leaf side to side, but only that far, or out here. Huh. Well, this is quite interesting. Okay. All this other stuff is junk, I'm assuming. Don't get it. Maybe I should have played the other games. Damn it. How do I know when I'm right? Okay, this is going too long. We'll skip it. Oh, yes.
Yes. This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
Wow, okay, I would have never got that.
Someone drank from this glass recently. Someone drank from this glass recently.
Okay.
Rum, a sailor's drink. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
It does. He was drinking with someone he knew, apparently.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense.
Had to have been. Jeez.
This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
Okay.
This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body.
Yep.
This blood is from the pool. This wooden handle is plain and solid. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Against the harpoon? No, I don't think so. Okay, so we'll take the notebook.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
That's pretty good.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Okay. Let's open it.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
What is this? What's B do? Oh, now we get to find out what B does. Find a pair of related clues. Several unsuccessful attempts were made to break in, according to the scratches on the lock. again. Leather notebook with the initials. Okay, draw a clear picture of the crime forming your deductions. Huh? Make an ambush. An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempt will be repeated. Cool.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Okay.
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
Yeah. Quite a thing.
The weapon fully penetrated the body.
Escape. Okay, anything else we need to examine in here? Fire maybe that's still going? Okay, so I guess that's everything for now. Whoa, there was a map.
Hammerfest. Hammerfest.
Okay, that don't tell me nothing.
Hammerfest.
Okay, Hammerfest, great. So, let's see. We need to, some of the evidence could be used in the investigation and will be marked with specific icons. Okay. Use, yes, I need to go check and measure those. That's dialogue, okay. So let's go check the boots, and we'll talk to Professor Harper, or whatever his name is.
These boots don't match the footprints.
Nope, too small. Okay, so you need to organize an ambush. But we've already been going for a while. Well, we'll go a little while longer. This is a pretty cool game.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Okay. So...
Mr. Holmes?
What else is around here? So look at anything? So look at...
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
There's a window behind the cabin. Okay. Oh, there is a window behind the cabin. How about that?
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Okay, so this should take me over into the nighttime scene, I guess.
Shh. Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Okay, I guess we
Police!
gotta
Hold him
follow
right
him.
there. Mr. Holmes, come and see what we've caught in our... All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't. I'm not... It's a terrible mistake.
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
So while we're riding around, we can open the case book at least. Oh, we gotta open it to see where we're going. Okay, we're gonna go to Scotland Yard, I'm assuming. Okay, so we're gonna stop here. Go over and show you a view of good old Mr. Holmes. There we go. And we're gonna stop here. I'm having a lot of fun. Now, point behind doing a 3-low is to give my first look at the game, my first impressions. You get to hear what they are, and then I give a little, not so much a review, because I've only been playing the game for less than an hour. I've been playing for probably about 40, 45 minutes now. And I can't give a review of a game in that time frame. It's just not possible. I don't know what the game's going to do down the road. But at this point, I can wholeheartedly recommend this game if you're a Sherlock Holmes fan. What Sherlock Holmes fan doesn't want the latest Sherlock Holmes game? It's absolutely gorgeous as far as the graphics go. I am going to do a 3-low on the last Sherlock Holmes, and then I may actually even do a comparison video where I compare the two as far as the graphics go. Just a short little one to show everybody. But it's a really nice graphics as far as that goes. The game loading screens are very annoying. They are long and annoying and for the most part black. I'm going to be cutting them out of the video so you're not going to see them, but they're there, and I've got a fairly decent rig to run a game like this. They should take as long as they do. The mechanics, from what I've seen so far, are very interesting. I really wish I knew what I was doing with the wife. I have no clue what I was doing there, or what I was supposed to do when, she asked me, well, how did you deduce that? I don't know how I deduced that, But, yeah, the game's fun. personally, I don't know that I would buy it for $40 because I'm not a big Sherlock Holmes fan. However, I really started getting into the game and getting into the storyline. The story seems very good. The writing seems very well done. So, again, if you like Sherlock Holmes or if you like investigative type point-and-click games, definitely this is one that I would recommend. Other than that, I guess that's about all I have to say about it. Decided I'm no longer going to ask people to give me likes and thumbs up and all that at the end of the videos. I know I'm saying something here, just this is about the only time I'm going to. People know, you know, if they like the video, they click like. If they like it a lot, they share it. You guys know all that. I don't think I should have to ask you about it. I am going to make note, though, that if you're not subscribed, I would suggest subscribing. I'd also suggest if you are subscribed or if you just subscribe, once you get where it says subscribed on the little doohickey, take a click on the gearbox, because that way it will pull up and you could you could check off notify me of videos. For some reason, YouTube has it set by default now not to notify people even though they subscribe. The whole purpose of subscribing, as far as I do, was to be notified of new videos. So it kind of seems counterproductive, you know, there. So I'm just letting people know. Click that little gear and then go over and check off the notify me of new videos. We are going to be having new videos. I know it's been a while, but there will be new videos coming out. I have a lot of new 3-lows coming out. I have some preloads that I'm going to be doing. That's a new show where I'm going to be looking at games that are in early access, alpha, beta status, that are still in development but are, you know, available to be played. I guess that's pretty much everything. This game, you know, I give it a thumbs up. Let's say that. Really do like it. And I'm Sir Jaxxy, and I'm fading out.